Welcome to Paul or Nothing, the place to get all of your Paul all of the time. Join me, your host Sam Wiles, as we discover the history, the music, and the man behind it all, Paul McCartney. To get in contact with the show, email us at paulmccartneypod@gmail.com.
Have this?
Oh. No, that's just showing off. That's just showing off now. Oh, yeah.
That was in the in this one. You know. I guess that came from the box set.
Comparing my copy of Ram with Denny. Oh my gosh.
This is the box set, I think. You know, the one that came out a year or two ago.
So yeah, do you ever get sent them whenever they get released, all the stuff that you're featured on?
Oh yeah. So, but this one, see, the new Ram album, Ram On. It starts the same. It starts Too Many People, Three Legs, Ram On. Then we do Dear Boy, Uncle Albert, and Smile Away. That's side one. And then we go over to Heart of the Country, Monkberry Moon Delight, Eat at Home, Long Hair Lady, Ram On, The Backseat of My Car. And then after that, that's 12. But there's supposed to be another track in there. I don't know what I'm missing.
Yeah.
So that was the original record. And then we did the single, Another Day, and Woman Oh Why, the B-side. And, oh, that's right. So that was 12 and 2, that's 14. Then the 15th track was like a revisit, a weird thing on Too Many People. So there's 15 tracks on this, but the 15th track, Too Many People, is just like a weird jam or something without lyrics and all that, you know. Just one of those, the way Paul would do some weird.
Oh yeah, add another. I mean, what's better than one Paul McCartney reprise? A second one, you know. That's how it.
Exactly.
I mean,
reprise. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, and then chuck in a 6-song medley where 2 of the songs were written 10 years prior in his mom's house, and you're good to go.
They're not finished. Okay, let's do a medley.
My gosh.
That's Red Rose Speedway. Unfinished songs.
Have you watched the Bruce McMouse show that came out recently?
Which one?
The Bruce McMouse show. It was.
I did. You know, Paul sent me the box, and I was blown away. I immediately picked up the phone and called him. I said, "How did you salvage that concert footage? Because I remember it. I have board mix tapes and fans that would tape it and send it to me, and it was a major task to repair the intonation and stuff. He made it sound like we really knew what we were doing."
But
and I said, "You're a genius."
You're a rock band in that show though. You're not a pop rock band. You are a rock band in that, and it's like the big secret of the early 70s, isn't it? Like, oh no, guys, like, don't worry about Mary Had a Little Lamb. There's things like The Mess and stuff like that, and it's it's just not bad.
Yeah. And I had never seen that stuff because it was just sitting in the can, and I'm so glad that he revisited it for that box set. I thought that was one of the hippest thing, and all of the live footage from the 72 Wings Over Europe tour that was repaired and made presentable again so we could release it, man. It just did my heart so great to see that stuff again, man, because we had become a band.
Yeah, no, the way you guys do Wildlife live, where you add that extra coda at the end, I could feel my heart breaking. It was like it's a shame that that's not on the album, but the way you guys took so many songs and you just slight tweaks, it just made this incredible live suite. Like,
when I think of Wildlife, I always think of the first show we did in, I think it was Nottingham, the University tour.
Yes. Yeah.
And Linda starts a song. Doom, doom, doom. And Paul says, "Let's do, okay, here we go. There's Wildlife." And Linda looks around like, "I forgot."
Yeah.
And Paul comes over and he shows us, "Oh yeah, here we go now. 1, 2. That's what I remember when I think of Wildlife. But the film that was going on behind us in the European tour, the animals, the horses, and all of that. Oh, it was just amazing. And when the lights go out and come back on again, yeah.
No, it's funny because I'm also researching one hand clapping at the moment. The one he did in '74. Something I've come across that I didn't know. A lot of that is self-funded, and that's why it's able to be left in the vaults for that long. I guess. Like,
I'm not sure on that.
yeah.
I was gone. I left August of '73, so
Well, I was just wondering if you knew whether Bruce McMouse, that whole um, tour footage, whether that was self-funded or.
oh well, that was, we were in this, we were out at Elstree, I think it was, doing some bits on. I'll never forget recording. Well, we recorded some tracks live for that, so some of that was lip synced. I don't know how the hell he did it, but I remember being at this film lot, and they were filming. They had me standing on a huge stage with 50 attendants. There were camera guys and hair and makeup and all that, and I'm talking to an imaginary mouse on my hand.
Yes, yeah.
And I'd never tried acting before, and the director would say, "That's good. Can we have another, please?" And I went, "No, that I don't want to do it again." I'm so self-conscious. It was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life, but that was probably the only time that I was with Wings. Now, I've never told this to anybody. We were in a little dressing room off to the side, and they pulled Linda out to go film her on something. Now it's just the lads. Paul, Henry, Denny, maybe Ian and Trevor were there too, our sound guys, but it was just the lads. And Paul, he cut loose with some of the old Beatles stories about what it was like, really. It was the only time in all of those years.
Really? Wow.